Yeah.
I don't know where we are.
Oh, Malcolm Campbell. Yeah. I guess I'm a shaper. Yeah, at least the last 50 years. And yeah, it's just really nice to be here up in the highlands behind Carpinteria. It's just beautiful up here. I've never really been up here before, and it's quite a great spot. And it's just great to do it's just a unique situation here, coming up and shaping in the trailer. And yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Hopefully it won't blow a fuse.
I'm Jacob Campbell, Malcolm's son. Aspiring shaper still. I don't know. I've been doing it a bit here for, following his footsteps. Hopefully doing the boards and design justice. So it was fun to tag team on this one here. But yeah, this is such a beautiful setting. Just feel lucky to be able to have been invited to be up here to do this.
The shortboard revolution was kind of in full swing, and we wanted something with a little bit more control and speed. So that's how the first Bonzer really came about. By the end of 1970, we had done the Bonzer, and that was really a result of collaborating and brainstorming, with our dad. He was really into boat hulls, airplane, and just basic airplanes, just design. That combined with our growing familiarity with surfing, and that's how we really kind of came up with the Bonzer. The first Bonzers were just slight V with the Bonzer side fins, the runners, and about an 8-inch center fin. And then after about a year, we put the concaves in, and again that had to do with some bolt hole design. And the concaves we put in to more accentuate the water flow that was coming through the tail. And so the concaves were acting in conjunction with the fins, because we had the two keel fins canted out, and then combined with the concave, that the fins were actually in a sense acting as almost as a continuation of the concave. The first couple Bonzers we did at Bing, I shaped the concaves, but Mike Eaton shaped the boards. And so actually, the Russ Short template kind of evolved out of those boards that Mike Eaton had originally shaped from us. And then, but it was still, it was just a Bonzer. It didn't really have, Russ's name attached to it. But Russ was a very close friend of ours, and obviously a very good surfer. So actually it became the Russ Short model, I don't even know what year, but probably, 20 years ago. And I think that it was JP at Surfy that was, he kind of sort of initiated that, because we didn't have models. But then it just all kind of happened, because people go, I want that board that like Russ Short was running. Okay, well, it's a Russ Short model.
we grew up with it in the backyard at our house in Oxnard. Backyard shaping room that was built when my brother and I were a couple of years old, and it was always just happening in the background. You'd hear foam getting mowed, him walking out with his hair covered with white. And so growing up, he would always encourage us here and there to like tinker on doing our own boards. We'd make boards for ourselves, but it was never a thing that we like jumped into at a young age at all. It was kind of like, that's Dad's thing, like that's his zone, and like we'll be a part of it however. And then we just kind of stayed, I kind of stayed involved doing it over the years, and then not till I moved to Hawaii, actually when I had maybe a little bit of distance from him in some way, I kind of then jumped in sort of doing it myself on my own terms somewhat. My uncle Duncan has Cafe Haleiwa over there, and it's just sort of a staple of the North Shore. Once I finally moved there, it was like, working in tandem with Duncan in a lot of ways with the boards. They had a wine and beer store attached to their cafe, and I was working there, and people were coming in, and we'd have the boards around, and they'd start asking questions about them, and like, oh, do you make them here? And it's like, at that point, I was only kind of making them for myself, but more people were asking, and it was great having Duncan there too, to kind of like bring up the support behind me to like sort of like give me the push to do it really. And enough people asked me to make boards, and I just started doing it more and more, and I was like, okay, this is I can make this sort of a thing for myself out here, and Duncan can kind of be like the oracle, sort of Bonzer sage, and I can come in with the designs for the people and customers that are coming through the cafe.
I showed Jacob and Ian, about shaping, when they were younger, but they were doing other things, and then like Jacob said, it was kind of more or less my gig, and they weren't really, starting up to be shapers. But with Jacob being in Hawaii, and as he had mentioned, started getting orders, and Duncan helped facilitated getting that going, it really was a good thing. I was really happy about it because he could learn and get more into shaping without helicopter dad around. Where are we? Yeah, this is good. Okay, here, put your John Hancock on there. He just got to do his own thing and progress, and then I would see the boards and a little bit, either if I visit or from pictures, and it's really good because Duncan's, both of us are just really, really excited about Jacob coming in and not only doing it but doing it well, and plus putting his own spin on things and doing a little bit different.
What are you going to do for glass?
I don't know what the plan is.
But I'll just do whatever. Thanks for the board.
And so it's good, because, I'm old and older, and so it's great for people to see there's new, kind of some new energy, new life, and, a variation on the theme, on the Bonzer theme. Their life to these boards and this design, so I kind of owed it to them and to myself to like become not just proficient but like like masterful, and hopefully in my own way with the design itself. So a lot of it actually is dictated just by people coming. They know us, they know like to come to the Campbell Brothers for a Bonzer, but then it's like, well, sometimes somebody will want something off the menu, and it just kind of happens over time where it's like you start making different things for different people. But I've just in my own head just wanted to make sure I kind of
had the fundamentals very much down, and now it's a thing where it's like I think I have that, hopefully, and can kind of go on some tangents here and there. And board design now is just completely wide open. There's like really no rules, so it's fun. People come to me with some kind of wacky ideas sometimes, and it's fun to sort of like funnel that into what is going to be an actual performance, have performance characteristics that'll translate in the water off of somebody's their notepad. So it's been fun to kind of work with people who want to try different things, and I just see that continuing into the future, because why not?